It's that time again. Like, come on. I know every now and again we get another leak, but it's time for the 35th anniversary. It's February 1st. Let's get right into the hype. What's up, guys? HMK here once again, and like I said, February 1st, Zelda 35th anniversary. It takes place on the 21st, but we start the road ahead to possibly Breath of the Wild 2 and more. And speaking of Breath of the Wild 2, can you believe it's been 5 years since I got this shirt? Like, come on. It looks really a little faded. What, you making fun of my shirt? I'll give you that fade and smash. I go live. Anyways, Breath of the Wild 2 got another release date leak, or I should say release window leak, when it comes to a certain video game retailer that you might have recognized. So that's why I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt and letting you guys know about it. So Gameware, which is an Austrian video game retailer website, listed The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 along with Shin Megami Tensei 3, which is releasing on its according release date, SMT3, whatever. Breath of the Wild 2, according to them, is set to be released second quarter 2021. Now, listen, I'm going to say right now that seems a little too good to be true, but let me get into the reason why this could hold some water. For the Kingdom Hearts fans on my channel, if you guys recognize Gameware, then they leaked the Melody of Memory release date like a while before they gave us the full release date. Yo, Gameware was all like, yeah, it's coming out November, this date or whatnot. And they say here that Breath of the Wild 2 is set for release second quarter 2021. Now, for those who don't know what the second calendar year quarter, because they're not going to go by fiscal year, they're going to go by calendar year because they're the retailer. They're the ones like selling the game. So the second quarter when it comes to 2021 starts April 1st, which is already, that's a huge red flag. But I mean, let's stay hyped. Let's keep the hype. Let's not lose hope. So it starts April 1st and it ends June 30th. So April 1st, June 30th, that's the second quarter 2021. And honestly, like, with all things considered, it seems a little too soon. Because, well, I mean, a little too soon in terms of promotional tactics, but not too soon when it comes to Breath of the Wild's original release, when Nintendo claimed they started development of Breath of the Wild 2 or the next Zelda game, and everything considered when it comes to The Legend of Zelda 35th anniversary, right? Because this game has been in development since at least October 2017, right? And that's gonna be going on 4 years. Well, like, if this leak is true, then it won't reach 4 years, but it's more than 3 years of development. And all things considered, it does, like I said before, it seems a little too good to be true in terms of timing, but promotional wise. But Nintendo's recent actions when it comes to Smash, Age of Calamity, Mario's 35th anniversary, Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, it really seems that they're beating to the roll of their own drum, or they're rolling to the beat of their own drum, where they literally announce the game, not even announce, but reveal the intentional release date of a game, literal months, if not a month before release. You know, a lot of people are like, oh, that's too soon. But me, you gotta believe, they said that we weren't gonna get a Smash game during that Direct in the same year, 2018, and we got it. Literally, Nintendo could be holding this thing in its pocket, and, you know, 35th anniversary, all the stars are aligning. You would think that Nintendo takes a little bit more time in order to promote the game, but then looking at what Breath of the Wild 2 is supposed to be, it's the most direct of direct sequels when it comes to the original Breath of the Wild. So the only promotional tactics they would take in terms of time and what they promote when it comes to Breath of the Wild 2, besides the fact that we know of it already, is whatever gameplay additions that they're willing to reveal at that point in time, but they might want to keep a lot of it secret, like, because up until the release of Breath of the Wild, we didn't know that we were going to have champion abilities, right? But after the demo of what we've played in E3 2016, 2017, all the promotional stuff, you know, it was a pretty good game despite the abilities that you gain while playing the game, right? So a lot of what we could believe when it comes to Breath of the Wild 2's gameplay, which is the most important thing when it comes to a Zelda game, is that it's going to be a lot alike Breath of the Wild. I mean, they could possibly change up the terrain and how Link interacts with the terrain, especially with Ganondorf returning and rising Hyrule Castle out of the ground and possibly covering the world with malice and darkness. They could just change up how Link interacts with it. Of course, introduce new aspects of how the arm could be incorporated into gameplay. Maybe talk about changes like no more breakable weapons, that you can only use the Master Sword. The Shikasei is going to be replaced with something else, like the arm and whatnot. And that would not take a lot of time to promote and for people to get a grasp on. Especially since we're living in a day and age with the pandemic still going on and whatnot. It's going to be very hard for people to play this game if Nintendo does not decide to do a public demo. And the public demo thing is always, a double-edged sword. Sure, we get to play it, but then, a lot of things could be leaked when we go into the stuff of the game, when people data mine it, or even if they decide not to scrub it properly when we play it naturally. But that's always the double-edged sword. So that's something that Nintendo has to really consider, where like, okay, we don't want all these surprises to come out because we want Breath of the Wild 2 to be sparking, right? And they don't release a public demo, and there's no way for people to demo the game unless they do like some super special, super secret, wear your mask, cover everything type, demonstration at Nintendo headquarters or whatnot, something super safe. You know what I mean? And that seems a really big toss up in there, because I know that at one point Nintendo really must have wanted to have this demo out to play at a controlled events like E3 or Gamescom or Game Developers Conference or even Tokyo Game Show or anything of the sort like that. But it looks like we might not get any of that. And that could really boil down, or I should say, not even speed up the timing that it's needed to promote the game, but that whole chunk of physical promotion could be out the window. Thereby, like, okay, this was the amount of time we were gonna take for physical demo promotion, and since we can't do that, we're not gonna do that. That whole chunk of time is just gone, right? So we're just gonna move on to all the other promotion, social media promotion, influencers, gamers, streamers, reactors, all that good jazz. And that time frame, that reduced time frame, could be a lot shorter leading into the release of a game possibly releasing in second quarter. And, it could start, literally the promotion like this can start after Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury releases, or the end of the Mario 35th anniversary, which is at the end of March, and that's when Mario dies. And then, since the game could be released at the latest 6/30, which is, June 30th, it could be possible that they start the promotion around April, late March, whatever. And then 2 months of promotion will be good, because like I said, when it comes to certain games like The Legend of Zelda, Kingdom Hearts, Super Smash Bros., all that good jazz, those games really promote themselves in this day and age, right? So I don't think Nintendo really has to worry about getting the word out for Breath of the Wild, especially since everyone and their mamas, me included, is like, Nintendo, where is the game, right? But I'm not too mad. I'm not mad. I'm just hyped and confused, because we all weathered through the storm of the Zelda Wii U desert. We were all there. So the game got revealed in 2019. It's not even been a full 2 years yet. And bro, if we don't get any information, like legitimate information of Breath of the Wild 2, come June, that would be like 2 years of no info. I don't like that. I really don't like that. But like I said before, this could all hold some more, especially considering that game where before in the past were other games, including Melody and Memory, called the release date. And also there's the argument that this could be a placeholder. That's the thing. Placeholder dates usually don't deal with quarters. They just like to push they push the boundaries of how far a game could release within a year. So like a placeholder date for Breath of the Wild 2 within 2021 would have been something like, December 31st, 2021. That's when Breath of the Wild 2 is going to release, or that's when they anticipate is going to be released. That's what we call a placeholder date. But for something like this, you know, second quarter 2021 seems kind of specific, especially since they're rounding it out with SMT, which is due out for Nintendo Switch and other consoles around that window-ish a little bit. But I'm excited for what it could be, and I'm excited for the 35th anniversary of Zelda to start. We still have to wait it out for Mario and Nintendo. Guys, hold. Brothers, hold. Sisters, hold. Everyone, hold. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. We have to wait. Will it start truly on the 21st? I don't know. I don't think so. We're gonna have to wait and see. So guys, until the next video, until the next hype, this has been HMK, your boy. And I will check you guys later.